So you want to win every argument without logic. Excellent decision. Logic is for nerds, philosophers, and people who can't afford therapy. What you need is raw power, chaos, and just enough confidence to make your opponent question their own existence. Today, I'm going to teach you the sacred art of winning without logic, a skill passed down by bad uncles at family reunions and politicians since the dawn of microphones. First rule: volume is truth. If you say something loudly enough, it instantly becomes more correct. It doesn't matter if you're shouting, "The moon is made of IKEA meatballs." If your opponent is whispering facts while you're booming like a stadium announcer, congratulations, you win. Second rule: weaponize sighing. Nothing derails logic faster than an exaggerated sigh followed by a slow shake of the head, as if your opponent just confessed to enjoying pineapple on steak. You don't need a counterpoint. Just look disappointed. People hate disappointing others. If they're explaining climate science, just exhale deeply, tilt your head, and mutter, "Wow, just wow." Trust me, the argument is over. Now, if things get tricky and they throw actual evidence at you, charts, data, peer-reviewed studies, simply demand to know who funded it. Doesn't matter if it's a kindergarten bake sale or NASA. Say, "Follow the money," while squinting. Bonus points if you whisper it like a villain in a conspiracy documentary. The less sense it makes, the more intimidating it sounds. Also, never underestimate the power of personal attacks disguised as compliments. For example, if someone is carefully explaining their point, smile sweetly and say, "That's adorable that you think that." Not only have you crushed their spirit, but you've also repositioned them as a toddler with finger paint. And who argues with toddlers? Monsters! If you start losing, just change the subject dramatically. Sure, maybe your math is right, but have you considered that dolphins might overthrow humanity any day now? Suddenly, they're the ones scrambling to figure out if you're joking. And once doubt enters their brain, you've already planted the seed of victory. Remember, arguments aren't about truth. They're about whoever looks less like they're about to cry in public. Oh, and here's a professional level trick. Misquote them back to themselves. If they say, "I think we should recycle," you immediately respond with, "So what I'm hearing is that you want to outlaw puppies." When they deny it, act shocked. You literally just said that. Gaslighting, not just for relationships anymore. Let's not forget the nuclear option, fake Latin. Nothing ends a debate like sprinkling in a meaningless phrase that sounds scholarly. Toss out something like, "Well, you clearly don't understand the principle of glorificus non sensus." They can't Google it fast enough. If they ask what it means, just smirk and say, "Wow, you really haven't done your research." Boom, victory. Disclaimer: none of this is legal advice, moral advice, or advice that will get you invited to more than 2 social gatherings a year. In fact, if you follow this tutorial, you may end up single, unemployed, and banned from Thanksgiving. But hey, you'll never lose an argument again, because eventually, no one will argue with you. And isn't that the ultimate win? So remember, be loud, be smug, derail constantly, sprinkle in fake Latin, and when all else fails, just start applauding sarcastically until your opponent gives up out of sheer exhaustion. Congratulations! You are now a master of winning without logic. Go forth, destroy friendships, and may your debates be as empty as your conscience.